Curious One is back with a brand new question. Before we start, thank you so much for all the viewers, for all of those private messages. If you kind of use those private messages as an open public questions would be better than just private. That the channel is made for people so they can actually communicate publicly rather than me having my opinions versus others' opinions. Anyhow, brand new question is firmament. Now, what is firmament? Does it exist? Does it not? What is it all about? The ancient people called it Rakaya. That's a Jewish name apparently of it. Rakaya, I've actually written it here. Rakaya has divided the waters of Tihan. Now, Tihan, as we know, according to the Bible, is the waters of heaven. So what exactly this firmament has done is it has divided some sort of a water from the above and the below. So the island, the dry land, was kind of the result after this separation of the waters. Now, at this day and age, people call the firmament the ozone layer. And the interesting part is that according to the Jewish mythology, Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology, Roman mythology, Persian mythology, the firmament is breakable. Also, it has access points, access and exit. Apparently at the center of this dome or this shield, there's a hole that connects us to the heavens. And whatever your definition of heaven is, heavens could be considered space, could be considered some sort of supernatural areas. I don't know. Do you think this firmament is actually a dome that we have seen in a couple of movies like The Mockingbird, The Simpsons, The Showman? All of these movies kind of gave a hint of the existence of some sort of a dome above and around a group of people, continents, lives, water, whatever that separates them. Now, before all of these things, I'm going to share a few documentaries, few pictures and stuff. The links will be in the box below, in the description below, if I can actually provide all of this information. But I just want to know, what is your idea about the existence of this dome? Is this separating us from good or evil? Because there is a man called Admiral General Byrd who has gone apparently to North and the South poles, and he has mentioned about an ice wall, the one that we have seen in Game of Thrones. You know, all of these ideologies have been driven out of the factual evidence of the previous times, right? So we have the ice wall and we have a dome that separate us from something. What are we getting separated exactly? Why can't we leave it? You know, there is this movie, A Librarian, I'm not sure, Awaken one, forgot the name of this movie. In this movie, a boy is destined to break the dome and go out of this dome. Oh, there is another animated cartoon called Lorax. And there is a society. Beside that, we have the Maze Runner. All of these movies showed us that there is this closed community, closed dome, closed premises, that we can't get out of it. And the question is, if we can't get out of it, Can we truly not get out of it? Are we not possibly capable of leaving this dome? Does it really exist? What this dome is all about? Scientists, NASA call it ozone layer, and they say the ozone layer got cracked or torn off on Australia on X and Y, and now is getting back together. So can a firmament that can be broken, it can be healed, it can be probably remade, or completely destroyed. I do not know, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? What is this firmament? What is it about? The ancient Rome talked about it. Actually, the Egyptians called it Shu. Apparently, they didn't call it Shu. A character called Shu lifted this firmament, so it divided the waters from the top and the bottom, and divided and protected these people. Atlantis, people of Atlantis, there are stories about this Atlantis, that there were giants protecting the Atlantis using the power of this dome that helped them from not getting drowned on the tsunami they had apparently back then. Now, is this earth that we live on the actual leftover of Atlantis? That we are getting confused with the stories that they talk about Atlantis? Or was Atlantis actually another place that had gone through the same similar thing? Because if you think, the earth got protected from the waters above. So if we are living on a protected, look at this, like a snowball here, this is exactly what the firmament is, and we live in it. It's penguin in us, is us here. So we are shielded with this firmament, the ozone layer, to be protected from water above and water below. So can we go out of it? If we go out of it, what happens? And if we stay in it, are we doing a mistake? Are we wasting our time here? Because there was a Turkish researcher, Turkish genius, ancient guy, who drew a map. I will actually get that map and post it here. It's about flat earth kind of a map, but however, this man drew a map that if you leave this circle, the inner circle that we are currently on, there are other islands out there with their own hemispheres, their own kind of layers. As we all know, the ancient ones, the Bible, all of these holy books talked about 7 layers of heaven. Like I think hemisphere, tetrasphere, whatever they are, all of these spheres. But these layers are protecting parts of this existence. Now, what is it all about? If you have any information regarding this, share it, because it is quite fascinating. Because there are a couple of scientists who sent rocket, man-made rocket, not NASA. They just had this amateur rocket, they sent it all the way up, it went all the way up, and it hit the firmament. It could not go any further. So perhaps all of these NASA rockets that we see, that they bend rather than going straight, they bend because in order to exit this ozone layer, the dome or the firmament, they need to exit from this crack or the hole or whatever this dome has. You may say these are all nonsense, but why would it be nonsense if all the ancient people talked about it? If we have Egyptians, Romans, Greeks, Persians, Turks, many other people talking about it, including Vikings, they had their gods talking about protecting an area with the shield on. So yeah, this was a question of this week. Please let me know what you think. Share your information. Stay safe. We're still in the second phase of COVID, and this is not a joke. So wear your masks, stay protected and healthy. And stay tuned for the next mega